Oh, a voiceover. That's you. But at least I scripted this part, and I may talk a little more fluent than I usually do on camera. The real tour video is just about to start, so hang in there. If you don't care about additional information, then you can skip to the beginning of the tour at about 3.5 minutes. Oh, you're still here. Well, just 2 things I want to address first. Number 1, I want to give you some background, call it educational mandate. Number 2, I want to address something really sad, but I feel I have to do that. You still with me? Cool, don't worry. It'll just take a couple of minutes to give you some context. So, we are hiking the area of the Oker Dam in the Harz region. The Harz is a low mountain range in northern Germany and is located on the border of the federal states of Lower Saxony, Saxony-Anhalt, and Thuringia. When Germany was still divided before the 1990s, the inner German border, the so-called Iron Curtain, between East and West Germany went right through the Harz, as Lower Saxony belonged to West Germany and the other 2 states to East Germany. We are hiking a round trip around the Oker Valley Dam, which Olaf planned for us since he knows this area quite well. The Oker is a 128 kilometers or 80-mile river, and the Oker Valley Dam is used to fill a reservoir and use this water for drinking and also to feed a hydroelectric plant in the area. Now to the more sad and dramatic part of the background information. Throughout the video, you will hear me say how sad I feel hiking this area numerous times, and you will also see why. This forest is dying. If you ever doubted climate change is happening and will eventually affect us, just look at this area. After World War II, many trees were felled to pay for war reparations. This deforestation was then compensated by mass planting of spruce trees, which were fancy because they grow pretty fast. But this monoculture of spruce trees, paired with the global warming over the last decade, had led to the catastrophe you can now witness in this video. The increasing droughts over the last decades, of course, also weakened the trees, and this was beneficial to the population of the bark beetle, and the monoculture just accelerated their spread. Today, infested trees are cut down, and uninfested and healthy trees next to infested trees are sometimes also cut down to try and prevent the spread of the bark beetle. To give you some context, back in 2019, about 3,000 hectares were infested by the bark beetle. That is 7,500 acres and therefore 12% of the entire Harz National Park. Aside from the economical damage, it will take generations for the Harz to regrow to its past beauty. Having said that, the Harz and our trip were still worth it. We just got regular reminders we don't only have to watch over our own health, but after the health of our environment as well. Strong words, but I guess my audience watching this is also nature loving and will understand this. So, let's watch my trip. Hello. So, we made it, we're here, a couple of hours of drive, and Olaf and myself are here, and yeah, so we're gonna start our hike. Car's over there someplace, and right here the way starts, and you can see unlike where I live, this on the North Sea coast, you have mountains. So yeah, a lot of up and down. So have fun, and I'll show you some things.
So, I'm kind of finding out I'm a coastal dweller. Maybe you can hear that. I'm huffing. But aside from that, I now have 2 short trekking poles. So that one just snapped. Gotta say though, that was a cheap trekking pole. Actually, it's for Nordic walking. I just got it someplace. So no hiking pole from here on. So let's go. You know the movie Titanic? I'm a coastal dweller, can you tell? And it's not even a real mountain yet. Oh man. I'll be fine soon, but I do need a rest. break here on what's called Engagement Island. But, well, I'm married and so is Olaf, so I'm not going to propose to him. Olaf is trying to figure out my GPS because he had that one, and it's beyond me partially, so he's trying to see if he can remember how to operate this thing. But we had something to drink, we had some nuts. I'd say we're just about short of a quarter of the whole way, so we have quite some way to go. But yeah, we're gonna sleep in a shelter, so probably just over half of the whole distance we're gonna have to cover. So see you later. Do you see that waterfall? And then the next shot, her on top of it. That was just a very short hike. Although I should say it's not a hike, it's a climb. Oh man. There's our shelter. So we arrived at the shelter, and thank God there's a spring directly next to the shelter. So right now you rehydrated, had some magnesium tablets just for the taste, and so we won't cramp up at night. And yeah, now we're just calming down, or I should say I'm calming down because didn't film the last couple of kilometers since the waterfall, because it's been a constant steep ascent, and me not being used to that, I really struggled. At times I went, I don't know, I went a few yards, a few meters, and then I had to pause. Then I went a few meters, so here's to water. Oh, yes. Is extraordinary. He's older than me, a couple of years, but his condition is as if he were younger a couple of years. So I was really struggling, but yeah, we made it, or I made it. So we earned this coffee. I'm going to show you the shelter later on. We got a spring right over there, just probably, I don't know, it's not, well, just about 10 meters or I don't know. I'll pop it up there how many feet that is, but not much, about maybe 30 feet or so. Yeah, this is really nice. Well, except that this forest is dying, as I said before. So I'm gonna take you here. Just look at that. That is sad. See that? You see that? That's gonna be dead for generations. That's really depressing, but the hike was nice. Food's ready. Olaf has already finished his. Had some self-dehydrated food, which may be an option next time for me too. I'm gonna use my DIY cozy, and now we're gonna eat. And hopefully this will stay warm longer. This is salmon and pasta. And it tastes good. Okay, so that's our sleep setup. That's my stratosphere. I'm not really looking forward to it, but I'm exhausted enough to just don't care and sleep. Oh, light. Oh, thank you. And that's Olaf's sleeping setup. Now Olaf has he doesn't have a hoop BV. He just doesn't care about having free headspace, so he has just a normal BV bag. As I mentioned before, that's not something I prefer. I can't have things laying on my face when I'm sleeping. So, yeah. It's gonna get dark soon, so probably this is the last you'll hear from me, and I'll let you know in the morning. Good night. Good morning. So the night is over. It's raining, but that was predicted. It's supposed to stop at around 8, and then we're gonna hike out here. We have another day of hiking, mostly downhill from today on, so that really killed me. It is now, I guess 6:30 ish, and yeah. The night was actually better than I expected, and that was probably because I was so tired. But we had a very, very special encounter just a couple of minutes ago. Well, actually, it's more than it's maybe half an hour, but we're still pumped because that's really we can really feel lucky. So we're sitting here, and let me show you. And you have to keep in mind this is a GoPro, right? So everything that looks far is not really far. So you can see the way here, and I'm gonna make 1, 2, 3. So it's probably about 6 or 7. Oh, can you hear me? So it's probably 6 or 7 steps right there, and we're sitting there in a shelter, and there's something passing by, and we thought, hey, who's walking a dog at this time? So Olaf looked. He looked again, and turned out it wasn't a dog. It was actually a lynx. So, give me a light here. So it was actually a lynx walking right past this way. He stopped, looked at us, and continued. He didn't seem bothered, but they have been repopulated here, and they're very, very, very shy animals. So we feel very, very lucky to have seen that. Unfortunately, we were so surprised, nobody of us even thought of grabbing a camera. That was just no time. Probably would have spooked them then. But you gotta love hiking, right? Had my first coffee. That took a while. A little chatting going on. Still can't get over the Lynx. And having my porridge now. A bit soupy, but that's okay. Still raining, although it's just down to a light drizzle, so it may stop, and we're not sure. We may start the hike with a poncho, and when it dries off, then we're gonna take it off. So yeah, not much camp life.
I'm going to show you the sad surroundings, but it is still beautiful nature here. Seeing these barren hills kind of makes you I don't know, kind of makes you think though. So, last pause, just got about half a mile to go, and hopefully the car's still there, and then we're done. So, thanks for watching. See you on the next one, and bye.